Okay, it's Toby from Heavyweight MMA. Today again with Mr. Colby Thicknesse, MMA fighter, talking about UFC 270 in January 23, Della Maddalena versus Warlley Alves in a welterweight match. Man, this is a big fight. Della, first fight in UFC, and it's like a trial by fire. Whenever I see anyone goes into UFC, man, they don't give you easy fights, man. This guy's a very experienced guy.
Yeah, exactly right. Like you said, it's a good first opponent that if he gets it done, it's going to look very good, but it is a hard test. Like, it's definitely not the sort of fight where you can take it lightly or anything like that. They're not trying to build him up like some of the other guys. Like you said, they chucked him straight to that fire.
Yeah, man. Like he had a good fight in the UFC Contender Series against Ngannou. He wasn't, for the sound of the way they were talking, it wasn't necessarily expected to be winning that fight. It was like a pretty tough opponent as well. And he just took over and finished, beat the guy. It was a very good fight and did really, really well. And again, he's not coming up against an easy fight. And he's on a run, though. He's had like quite a run of wins now. I think he lost his first 2 fights, followed by 8 wins in a row now. All KOs and 1 sub, I think, like that. Was it? Wait, no, it was 8 KOs in a row.
KOs, 1 sub, yeah.
Yeah. So that was 1 decision. 8. Yeah. So he's killing it at the moment. Sorry, 10 wins in a row, right? It was 12 fights, 10 wins in a row. Yeah. And
ridiculous.
Yeah, it's a good run. And I see in the betting odds, he's betting favorite at the moment in the Australian one anyway.
Yeah, it's definitely a good fight for him because Alvarez does have that name value. Like, he got submission wins over Covington. He's been in there with legit guys, and yeah, he's been in there with a current champ of Usman sort of thing, which he lost for a decision. He's fought pretty much the best in the division sort of thing, so it's going to be hard to see where a lot of sort of predictions will come from. I think Jack, with his potential and how he looks fighting, if he can translate how he looks fighting in his other fights to against Alvarez, I think it's going to really show like the sky's the limit for this guy, and I think he's going to show a lot of people that.
Yeah, this Warlley Alves, man, he's got 13 fights in the UFC. So someone's coming fresh into the UFC, no fights in the UFC. Again, someone who's had 13. Like you said, fought Usman, lost against him. Fought Covington, beat fucking Covington. And he's just been up and down, but he's a dangerous guy. Like he's in his last 5 fights, he's had a loss, win, loss, win, loss. Is like up and down. So I guess it also depends like what form he comes in as. Warlley Alves, the winner or the loser, because he's up and down so much, but he's definitely very experienced and super dangerous in the striking from what you can see. But he's also got some guillotine submissions on his record.
Yeah, exactly. Like you said with his striking, if you watch his fights or anything like that, he has good knees. He's a real sort of powerful hitter. He has good body kicks. He tends to like the left body kick a lot more, but seeing as Jack's a southpaw, it sort of nullifies that. But also, like you said, he does have them good guillotines, whereas Jack's really good in that sort of got good kicks out, but he really likes to get in that boxing range, slip and counter, and then ducking for takedowns, where I think he has to be careful ducking in takedowns because, like you said, Alvarez can just snatch the neck up in a second.
Yeah, man. And this Alves, he's got that, like you said, he likes that kick range, man. He seems to prefer to be at that kick range. Very explosive with punches and kicks. He's quite strong in the front clinch as well. You know, good knees to the body when he wants it. He's got that guillotine when he needs it. He's got quite good movement as well. He's not like your normal sort of MMA fighter standing in front of someone. He actually moves around quite a lot. I guess it's from the gym. He's from I think Rizzo RVT. I don't know if that's Pedro Rizzo. It must be. Yeah, but he looks very strong on the front foot when he's in control, like most fighters, and on the back foot, maybe not as good. So that could be a bit of the secret for Della, what he can do, put the pressure on, actually what he likes to do anyway.
Yeah, I think that's what he needs to do. His path to victory is that he's going to have to sort of be obviously wary nice and early where Alvarez is dangerous, but he's got to start making it grind. He's got to get him on his back foot, sort of nullify his kicks coming into that boxing range, makes him miss, make him tired as well. Then mix up some level change, because Jack does a good wrestling. I'm sure they're going to have sort of all the answers to Alvarez's submission train, so that he likes to go off takedowns. So I think it's going to be sort of like that more grueling dogfight style like we saw in Jack's contender fight, which will get it done for him. Yeah,
man, he seems to like putting the pressure on. And as you mentioned, the hand range, he likes to get into that boxing range, which if he can put the pressure and move forward, then he can negate those kicks a little bit, right? He can use his punching range, which is what he likes. He's also got some nice head kicks as well, so he can mix it a bit with that. And he works up and down pretty good too. Like he works the body, he works the head. He's got pretty good head movement. He's pretty composed the way he does. Obviously, he'll need to make sure his kick defense is in tight, in good form, and also maybe consider working a couple of those catches, the legs, etc. when he's throwing those body kicks, because he likes, like you said, he throws nice body kicks. He might be able to catch one.
Yeah, exactly right. I think it's just going to be sort of more who's better on the night at implementing the game plan sort of thing, because you can see path to victories for both these guys. But the thing is that Alvarez has been around a while, so the blueprint is there to beat him sort of thing. Whereas Jack, he lost his first 2. He's on that 10-fight streak now. He looks clean, tidy everywhere. So I think that purely Alvarez being so experienced does give Jack a bit of that advantage where he can study, he can have the tendencies, and he can find mistakes to capitalize on.
Yeah, man. So what do you reckon? What's your final prediction on this one?
It's obviously the Aussie pick always. I think Jack's gonna get him. I think he's gonna get him tired, and then I think I can see him sort of Alvarez sort of overcommitting to a strike, and probably the second or third round when he's tired, and Jack getting like a nice slip counter finish. I think
it's a big test, this one, man. And I think, like we mentioned, Jack needs to make sure he's pressuring and moving forward, and just to be careful of that explosiveness, which is going to be at its worst in the first round. You can't let Alves control distance. And as long as he negates those sort of kicks with that distance and closes the gap a bit, if he can try and grapple off the fence a bit, and countering the kick with takedowns and, like you said, changing levels, etc. I think his scrappy MMA is on a roll these days. They've had a few good wins, and I think they can pick it up again. So, yeah, I'm saying Jack pressures it, slows down Alves and beats him either on points or a stoppage later in the fight.